Today I'm going to be giving a demonstration on how to reset the password for root in CentOS 7. So the first thing we would need to do would be to open our virtual machine if that is what we are using. Obviously, if you're using a physical machine, that is what you'll need to open. Now during this part, we need to press E when we're hovering on the correct option in order to edit it before it begins starting up. Now, this particular virtual machine has another problem, which is its security policy. So I'm also going to go over how to institute a workaround for that. Although it's not a long-term solution, it does at least let you access your system. So the first thing we're going to do here is add a line of text that reads SELinux equals 0. That's basically telling your Linux security policy to be non-existent, and that's going to get around the error that this particular machine has whenever trying to open, because it tries to open and something to do with the Linux security policy does not work correctly. Therefore, I have to disable it in order to get to this particular machine. Now, a bit further than that, talking about actually resetting the root password. The next thing that we're also going to want to do is add in this RO. We're going to need to change that to RW. And then we're going to have to tell it where to make the change we're about to put in. So we're going to type in RW equals sysroot /bin/sh. After we've made these changes, we're going to press Control X, and that will boot the system, taking into account the changes that we've just made during the loading screen. So we'll give this just a little bit to load. Okay, that went pretty quickly. So you see the prompt you get is now different from a prompt that we've seen before. Once we get to this point, we're going to need to type in chroot and then sysroot. So once we're here, we're going to go ahead and make the command to get in and change this root password. So you see that we are now changing the password for the root user. I'm making mine root. It's going to give me a warning. I'm going to just type it in again. And we do get the message that the authentication tokens have been updated successfully. Now we also want to update, and this step isn't actually necessary for my system because it has to do with updating the SELinux security policy information. But we'll go ahead and include it here because ideally those security policies should execute pretty flawlessly. It's just a problem with my particular machine. So after we've created this this file, we're going to exit, and then we're going to reboot. And I just want to verify. I'm going to have to make this Linux security policy change once again. But after I get back in, I'm just going to verify that my password is no longer pass1234. It is indeed root. SELinux equals 0. Control X. We can see here that I've got some log errors. It's no big deal. And this is obviously a very useful thing if someone forgets a password, if someone makes a typographical error when they're entering in their password. It's an invaluable tool to be able to recover that without having to wipe any data. So we're back here. We're going to switch to a different terminal, and I'm going to say I want to log in as root, and I'm going to type in root and we see that I'm in, and it's all the way back on this machine because I started using a different one, but it's all the way back to where we instituted our hello prompt. So that's just a quick tutorial on how to reset the root password. Thanks for watching.